down your block, boy. Bass beating down your block, boy. All I hang around is block boys. In my pocket, that's a knot, boy. Think you hot, but you not, boy. Bass beating down your block, boy. Bass beating down your block, boy. Bass beating down your block, stunting.
Let's watch this breakdown. If I don't finish it all today, I will put it in parts and then make it one whole video. But yeah, let's get it. The downfall of the DCEU, a DC documentary. Oh God. Let's see what the description says. The DC Extended Universe, DCEU, that's what, if anybody didn't know what that meant, the DC Extended Universe, what was once seen as a potential rival to the massively successful Marvel Cinematic Universe, aka the MCU, is now being abandoned after 16 movies and one show spanning a 10-year lifetime. Movies in general have to earn 2.5 times their budget to break even. The DCEU's box office has been erratic, to say at least. So throughout this documentary, you'll see more movies easily earn a profit and others failing to break even. This documentary highlights the 8 key moments of the DCEU. So join me today on this journey as we explore the downfall of DCEU. Oh my God. All right. Let's get it. Shout out to Our Movie News, because he's a Zach's fan like me, but just like me, we aren't fucking delusional or fucking a fanatic to a sense of like disrespecting other people. Like, if you don't like Zach's version and all that, cool. It wasn't for you, cool. That's all good. But I don't know. Both sides shouldn't be disrespecting each other just because of one people who like Zack Snyder and fuck with his stuff and are advocating for his stuff. Doesn't mean you gotta disrespect them and be like, oh nigga, you ain't getting Zack Snyder, let it go. Like, bro, okay. Whatever dreams you have of something that may never happen, don't mean we should shit on your stuff, so don't shit on ours, right? And then on the other side, the Zack Snyder fans who are super crazy, hey bro, you don't need to be crazy like that. Like, bruh, people gonna hate, let them hate. Like, I'm not saying not to correct them or anything, but don't fire the same type of energy back at them, because I don't know, or not even the same energy, but don't be like them how they react to you. Just set them straight, let them know, and then when they talk crazy, let them go, bro. But Our Movie News has done a good job bringing news on movies, not just DC, but he does Marvel and some other stuff. But some of his other stuff I really fuck with is the Zack stuff, because like Rebel Moon, he helped me. Our new movie news helped me like keep me updated with Rebel Moon, because I really like that movie. I enjoyed the fuck out of that movie, and I'm a Zack fan, so I was like, yo, when is Rebel Moon coming? What's the updates? What's it looking like? What's going on? So he made videos to, talk about it. Same thing with the DCEU stuff, especially, talking about James Gunn's DC run and who might be involved in it, and what new movies and shows might come out of James Gunn run. So I appreciate him covering this news, and him being a Zack fan like me, and loving the DCU. I'm really curious to see him break all this down, bro. This 49-minute video that I'm by the way, if you're watching this and it's gonna be on YouTube, just know, if you see where you're watching it and halfway or whatever you see that I'm wearing different clothing and it's a different day, whatever, just know I broke it in half, bro. Okay, all right. It's a 49-minute video. I'm on stream, bro. So I'll try to get through as much as I can you know. But I'm probably not gonna get through all of it, but we'll see. I probably will. I'll be surprised, but like I said, if you see me in different clothes, just know it's in 2 parts and in 1 video. Chill out, calm down, whatever. Enjoy the video. And yeah, man, we're about to get into it. Like I said, shout out to our movie news. And we about to see the downfall of the DCEU. Let's see where WB has fucked up.
The DC extended universe.
Okay,
what was once seen as a potential
Bro, by the way, yeah, the DCEU had so much fucking potential, bro. They had so much potential, and WB just WB ruined it, bro.
The massively successful Marvel Cinematic Universe is now being abandoned after 16 movies and 1 show spanning a 10-year lifetime.
Damn.
Movies in general have to earn 2.5 times their budget to break even, and the DCEU's box office has been erratic to say the least. So throughout this documentary, you will see some movies easily earn a profit and others failing to break even. This documentary highlights the 8 key moments of the DCEU.
Bro, if you was just gonna repeat the description, I would have just not read it and just let him talk. What the fuck?
EU. So join me today on this journey as we explore the downfall of the DCEU.
Dawn of the DCEU.
In 2013, Zack Snyder's Man of Steel released, a movie that was originally offered to Christopher Nolan, most famous for the Dark Knight trilogy, who recommended to Warner Brothers
Oh my god, Zack. Bro, first of all, I love that Christopher Nolan is supporting Zack, bro, because I don't hear a lot of directors supporting Zack, and especially with the DCU run. And seeing Nolan make that comment about, like, Zack knew how to, like, tug on your feelings and Man of Steel, especially the scene where he's saying that, like, so am I not your son? And then he's like, you're still my son, and hugs him. Like, yo, oh my god. So, like, it's just, I love that, the Dark Knight, which I love, the Dark Knight trilogy, the Batman, Christopher Nolan's Batman, movies, I really love. And the fact that, him and Zack are friends and he supports Zack's, stuff, it's fucking dope to see, bro. So I'm happy he recommended Zack for Man of Steel, because Man of Steel was fucking awesome. I was going to say phenomenal. It was phenomenal too, but it's awesome.
That Zack Snyder should direct the Superman reboot. If successful, Warner Brothers would push ahead in creating a shared universe. And Snyder managed to bring in $667 million at the box office.
So the budget was $225 million, and he brought in $667 million. Damn.
A $225 million budget, a 56% critic score, and a 75% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Warner Brothers
Rotten Tomatoes. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just tomatoes.
Very happy with the movie.
That's where tomato comes from. Tomatoes. Okay. I
understand
now.
Snyder to make a sequel. At San Diego Comic-Con in 2013, Zack Snyder and Harry Lennox announced to the world the next movie in Superman's story.
I want you to remember, Clark, in all the years to come, in all your most private moments, I want you to remember my hand at your throat. I want you to remember the one man who beat you.
Whoa. What? 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 Come on, show it. Yo, that is dope. That is, bro, that is dope. The way you introduced the bro, I'm sorry. Look, bro, I love Batman v Superman. I know a lot of people hate that movie, bro. I love Batman v Superman, bro. I like we got Wonder Woman and Batman, so we got the trilogy, we got the trio in one movie. We got Doomsday and Lex Luthor. And we got a whole lot of Batman, bro. Like, I know. I still want a Batfleck movie, and I agree with, WB let him done it. He would have done a Batman movie and then done the Batman v Superman. But I love Batman v Superman, bro. I love that movie, and I don't know, the fact that a lot of people shit on it because I don't know what it is. I know that it's the other thing is like, oh, Batman kills. Grow up, get over it. But I get it. I get it also. Like, it's Batman, the whole, Batman doesn't kill and all that. Hey, to me, I'm like, yo, grow up. It's Batman, bro. Like, I get it. A couple scenes, he crushed somebody with his car in a fucking, in a cargo container. And I still think in my head, the dude killed himself with the flamethrower. I'm just saying, bro. Nobody told you to turn around with the flamethrower. Nobody told you to do that. All you had to do was turn it off, look, and not turn it back on. This nigga turned it on. He's like, oh, and then exploded. Hey, in my eyes, that's on you. That's on you, bro. I'm just saying. I'm saying, like, here's the other thing. If Batman, just say Batman was fighting people, and one of the dudes shoots at Batman, he dodges and shoots at one of his homies, and the dude dies. Is Batman at fault for that? That's all I ask. I know some people might take it as, oh, that's a dumb question. Why would you? Look, it's a valid question. If Batman dodges and the dude shoots, and dodges out the way and he hits the homie, is Batman the reason why the dude died? Are you still saying Batman killed somebody? I'm just saying. But, and Batman was branding sex traffickers and all that. Y'all like, if they didn't do that whole cut for Batman v Superman and kept the director's cut, bro, I'm telling you, like, Batman branded sex traffickers, bro. They was doing a whole trafficking thing in a warehouse. That's why that whole scene, even with Batman climbing over. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go, bro. But like I said, I love Batman v Superman. I'm actually like that movie is fire. Yeah, I enjoy that movie. Like, if like, Zack Snyder's Justice League is at the top, but Batman v Superman is like second. Yeah, it's second. Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, and then the rest. Whatever order the rest is, but that's the top ones for me. Like, and I get it. A lot of people like other movies other than Batman v Superman, but I'll say it like this: Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition. I'll say that the Ultimate Edition, which is which should have been the original version. That shit was gas.
The Superman sequel was now The Dark Knight versus The Man of Steel, titled Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
And you know what's funny too? A lot of these directors that y'all love, that like in these movies after Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, you know what's funny? You know what's fucking hilarious? Y'all complain about Batman v Superman and all that and what Zack's done to the DCEU, but one, the WB is the one who fucked up the DCEU. And two, a lot of your directors take ideas from Zack Snyder's movies and incorporate it in their movies. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, y'all like, and this is me talking to the Zack Snyder dick riders who fucking, I don't want to say dick riders because I'll say the Zack Snyder's haters, bro. A lot of your even your other superhero movies and all that take ideas from Zack Snyder's stuff. Sorry to bust your bubble. No, they wouldn't do that. Yeah, they're inspired from Zack's stuff. You know what's crazy? A lot of people hate on Zack's stuff, but Zack not only changed the game in cinematography and all that, but he literally breaks barriers in filmmaking, and people take that idea that he does. And I'm not saying they shouldn't be inspired and incorporated in their movies, but y'all like at least the fans, y'all need, like, even the directors, even though they won't say it. Christopher, you know what's crazy? Christopher Nolan came out and said good things about Zack. So if Christopher Nolan could do that, like, come on, y'all, like,
implying the dawn
Pop
of
off
the
his
Justice
dick.
League. Now, according to Jay
Oh,
Oliva,
yo, that shot right there, bro.
implying the dawn of the Justice
This right here, bro.
This
Oh
li-
my god, bro. This right here. This is such a dope shot, bro. The trio to get, bro. I really wanna. This if the DCEU was still going, I would have still wanted. I would have wanted a movie with the three of them in it working together. Like, not no Justice League movie, just a movie with Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman together, stopping bad guys like that. That would be
League.
fire.
Now, according to Jay Oliva, who worked with Snyder on all his
Okay, school in session. Back in April 2013, before Man of Steel released in June, I was tasked with doing the Superman 75 short. I met with Zach, who was the executive producer on it, and he showed me storyboards of Batman v Superman with Batman already in it. And it was Batman from Dark Knight Rises. What?
DC movies. Snyder had shown Oliva's storyboards back in 2013, before Man of Steel came out, of Batman v Superman with a
Oh,
Dark
it was a
Knight
Batman.
Returns Batman.
Oh, Returns. I don't know. I'm thinking Dark Knight Rises, bro. Dark Knight Returns. I thought of. I don't know why I thought of Christian Bale, bro. I'm like, what?
The Batman of which Ben Affleck's portrayal was inspired by, which
Yo, I fucking loved it, bro.
confirms that Snyder already had an idea. Portrayal was
Bro, I love Ben Affleck's Batman, the Dark Knight Returns concept, bro. Like, it was, oh my god,
inspired
bro.
by, which
Bro, these-
the Batman of which
Bro, these shots of Batman was fucking nuts.
Ben Affleck's portrayal was inspired by, which confirms that Snyder already had an idea of Superman facing Batman in the next movie. However, that original idea was then accelerated by Warner Brothers into a full setup for the Justice League. Warner Brothers were trying to play catch-up, desperate for that MCU success.
And people blame Zach for it when it was WB's fault for even like trying to rush it. People forget. That's the funny thing. People forget that like Zach really wanted to flesh the DCU out, like, really good and and take its time with it. WB is the one like, no, we gotta be like Marvel, or we gotta catch up to Marvel because Marvel's beating us. Not even realizing like, bro, y'all still setting up your stuff. Like, why y'all trying to play catch up? Y'all are in your own league. Why are you trying to catch up when y'all like? Why are you trying to play catch up so fast when you need to still establish your stuff? Dark Knight Rises. Okay, throw in Wonder Woman. Throw in Batman. Superman versus Batman. Now throw in Doomsday. Like, we need to play catch up. Make sure it sets up for Justice League. Not even knowing we haven't even got a Flash movie yet. We haven't got a Cyborg would have been part of part of the Justice League. So we haven't got an Aquaman movie. Like, and we didn't get an Aquaman movie until after. So it's like the fact that like you're trying to rush and play catch up when you're not even at that point yet. That Marvel already had set up their stuff to get to Avengers, and then after Avengers and all that. So the fact that you're rushing these movies just to get to Justice League should say a lot. So it makes me mad that people try to blame Zach for the downfall of DCU when we all know, or at least the people who are blaming Zach should know, it was WB who ruined it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. So I really hope they don't ruin James Gunn's run, bruh.
We're trying to play catch up, desperate for that MCU success.
Right.
So while Snyder was focusing on his story, Warner Brothers had him accelerate the process to build to that Avengers competitor movie. So Snyder expanded his original plan. The next year, Warner Brothers announced 9 new DC movies.
9, bro. Look at this. Look. Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, and Wonder Woman. So these 4 movies is what we got. We still haven't got David Ayer's actual version of it. So that should people forget that too. Like, WB butchered Batman v Superman. WB butchered David Ayer's Suicide Squad. We got Wonder Woman, did well. And then they butchered fucking Justice League, bro. But this was supposed to be the original slate, right? So we were supposed to get Man of Steel. Man, we already got these 4, right? Justice League Part 1, boom, set that up. Then we would have got Flash, Aquaman right after, and Shazam. So this is already, so technically you would flip it, so it would have been Shazam. No. Aquaman, Shazam, and Flash, because that's how we got it later on. But we're just looking at this. Then Justice League Part 2, Cyborg, and then Green Lantern's corpse. But these niggas like, yeah, forget all that. What? And whatever these untitled DC films are over here.
Coming to the DC slate that will span over the next 7 years, some of which to this day still have not been made.
Facts.
The DC Extended Universe looked an exciting prospect, however Warner Brothers executives were impatient. They saw the success of the MCU and wanted to replicate that.
This is what I'm talking about. These niggas are looking at Marvel like, damn, we need to catch up. Like, no, nigga, you need to focus on the DC. Y'all need to focus on setting your heroes up before you even get to stuff like Marvel, bro.
That Snyder was planning his own DC story over 5 movies, which Warner Brothers allowed. Originally there were 4, but Warner Brothers changed his plan, so they expanded it to 5. Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and a Justice League trilogy. But with Snyder planning his own storyline, Warner Brothers decided they wanted to build around that whilst letting Snyder do his own thing. At least for the time being. During pre-production of Batman v Superman, Warner Brothers executives were not happy with the original script, so brought in Oscar-winning writer Chris Terrio to help rewrite it.
Chris Terrio is fire, bro.
Their rewritten screenplay, the film went into production. However, in post-production, Warner Brothers instructed Snyder.
What was the original script though? I wonder what was the original idea. Like, I know it was Superman versus Batman, but like, what was the original script like before they had him change it and then bring in Chris Terrio and all that?
That they needed to cut 30 minutes from the movie to reduce the runtime.
Nigga, that 30 minutes was important and y'all cut that shit. And that's why people fucking hate Batman v Superman. Like,
the goal behind this was to squeeze in more screenings of the film, which in turn can increase revenue, but was a short-sighted decision. Whilst the movie managed to earn $872 million at the box office from a $263 million budget and a 63% audience score.
So the budget went up. They made more money. What the fuck? They made more money. Critic score. You know what's funny? They made more money, but the critic score went down on both ends. What the fuck?
Or on Rotten Tomatoes, the critics' reviews were not so positive. They bashed the movie, and Chris Terrio revealed in 2019 that cuts to Batman v Superman ordered by Warner Brothers executives undermined what would have been a solid picture.
What'd I say?
These cuts ultimately sabotaged the narrative, according to Terrio, likely leading to the negative reception of the movie.
That's exactly what happens. But you know what's funny? Motherfuckers still run with the narrative like it's still bad. But I bet you some of them still haven't checked out. I bet you the ones hating on it haven't checked out the Ultimate Edition, which is the director's cut. And and then they still blame Zack for it when it was WB. Like, people forget that WB is the one that sabotaged DC. Like, plain and simple. Like, people forget this, and they just go online, like on Twitter, and say the most like untrue shit about Zack and about his DC run. When it was WB, bro. Like, oh my god.
Terrio said, "If you took..."
And look, I'm not mad at the people who actually have good criticism and really don't like his run because it's too dark or whatever. Hey, man. Hey, I hope you enjoyed James Gunn's run. You know, I hope it gives you what you wanted out of DC. All right, I'm not gonna shit on James Gunn's stuff because like he did good with Guardians of the Galaxy. He did good with the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. So, hey, James Gunn, James Gunn does a good job. Hey, I hope he succeeds, and I hope WB doesn't interfere with his shit like they did with Zack's. But we gotta keep it. We gotta. you gotta keep it. You gotta keep it 100. You gotta call a spade, bro. They're the ones who sabotage Zack's whole run. Plain and simple, bro. Plain and simple. And even you heard from the writer that they hired to rewrite the script that they sabotaged. Let me go back so you can hear what he said. It was Chris Terrio even said WB fucking sabotaged the movie.
Ordered by Warner Brothers revealed in 20 were not so positive.
So listen
they
close.
Bashed the movie, and Chris Terrio revealed in 2019 that cuts to Batman v Superman ordered by Warner Brothers executives undermined what would have been a solid picture. These cuts ultimately sabotaged the narrative, according to Terrio, likely leading to the negative reception of the movie. Terrio said, "If you took 30 minutes out of Argo as they were from Batman v Superman, it would make zero sense at all. Critics would say, what's a lazy screenplay, because the characters don't have motivations and it's not coherent." And I would agree with them.
I agree with them too. When I first seen the original version, I was with everybody. Like, I still enjoyed it for what it was, but like, I was with everybody where like, this doesn't make sense. Why? Because and this is where the Martha scene, the whole when Superman says save Martha, that is why people don't understand that scene and hate that scene. Cause bro, you could go ask every other person and they will say they don't understand the Martha scene and all that. Bro, I'm telling you, you watch the Ultimate Edition. This is not me trying to like promote it and all that, but since we're watching this, hey, if you go watch it, that whole Ultimate Edition literally gives you that 30 minutes they cut out, and it explains it's coherent, and you understand the motivation. You understand that Lex Luthor, which like in the movie I didn't understand, like what the fuck is going, like why is Batman fighting Superman? What's the reason? Literally, Lex Luthor is framing Superman, which is a Lex Luthor thing to do, and literally causing Batman to giving reasons for Batman to fight Superman, because to make him think, oh yeah, Superman's this bad dude from space and he needs to be put down and all that. So boom, and he's a broken Batman. Like, bro, it was stuff in there that like there's a reason why like it was put in there and all that, but these niggas took it out. Now people don't understand, they hate the movie. And people like me who seen that version, which I didn't like, and then you see Ultimate Edition, which I fucking love, because it gives you more information and it makes the movie better. Bruh. like, once you watch the Ultimate Edition, you be like, I understand why. Like, I understand, like, what's going on, and I understand that, like, it's WB's fault. Like, always. And people who want to argue me about that, bruh, it is the truth. Sabotage Batman v Superman. Sabotage Suicide Squad, which people don't like, but I bet you David Ayer's original version people would have liked. Because the trailer they showed us for David Ayer's Suicide Squad is different from the movie we got, right? They sabotaged Birds of Prey. They did. Or Harley Quinn's Birds of Prey, whatever the fuck they want to call it. And they sabotaged, I would say, yeah, they sabotaged, including Josh Whedon, because I kind of blame mostly Josh Whedon for ruining Justice League. And I want my money back from that movie theater for putting the bad version of Justice League. I want my money back. That's all. But anyways, yeah, bro, it's like I said, WB's fault.
This was the first sign of studio interference, and unfortunately wasn't the end.
Nope.
Based on the backlash from critics for Batman v Superman, Warner Brothers put Jeff Johns and John Berg in charge of overlooking all DC projects.
And Jeff Johns helped ruin Wonder Woman in 1984, by the way.
Batman v Superman's creation, Snyder was also expanding beyond that movie.
Oh, that's how they shot that scene. I was was wondering
John
how
Berg
they did
in
this.
charge of overlooking all DC projects. During Batman v Superman's creation, Snyder was also expanding beyond that movie, now venturing out to the Justice League trilogy. Snyder went from Batman v Superman right into Justice League, and so began drawing up a plan for 2 Justice League Superman right into now venturing out to the Justice League trilogy. Snyder went from Batman v Superman right into Justice League, and so began drawing up a plan for 2 Justice League sequels, planned to be filmed back to back.
This is a fire shot. Bro, I know Zach had fun, like, yeah, I'm gonna draw this with the fucking Batman fucking gauntlets and the gloves on. Hell yeah.
I will come back to this a little bit later. Then came along Suicide Squad, the
yes,
third
sir.
movie in the DCEU, and with the reactive executives came more studio interference.
Did I not say they interfered with Suicide Squad? Did I not just say that? Thank you. Look, I'm saying stuff before he even says it, because I know what's up. He knows what's up. Other people know what's up. The people who don't know, hey, bro, do your research or listen to this video, bro, because like, come on, bro, like, you can't say it's not true when we're literally like, I'm saying it, and I haven't even. This is my first time watching this video. And he mentions what I just said. Like, come on, bro.
Unfortunately, it was no longer trimming down the movie, but also ordered reshoots. The movie began production at the end of the first quarter of 2015,
Reshoots,
which was
bro.
before Batman v Superman was released. And in January of 2016, the first trailer came out, implying a darker, more serious tone.
Yes, bro. It was supposed to be more darker. It was supposed to be a darker, serious tone. And what did they do? Brighten the fuck out of it. Let's put on neon colors everywhere and all this, bro. No. What I was sold was a darker Suicide Squad movie. What is like, bro? That's literally. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? And you know how I know it's WB's fault? They did the same thing with Suicide Squad with Justice League, because the trailers and the teaser trailers sold me a darker version of Suicide Squad and I don't want to say darker version of Justice League, but they sold me a serious tone Justice League. And what did they do? Brighten the fuck out of both of them and try to like, bro, they cut out shit that didn't need to be cut out because they explained a lot of stuff, and they trimmed the movie down. I don't know about y'all, but like, if I'm WB and I'm putting a movie out, like, I'm not saying put out like a 4-hour movie or anything, but you know, if it's like how Zach was doing 4 hours, trim it down to like 3 hours and 30, or 3 hours and 20 or something like that. But and for DC, wouldn't you want a longer movie? Because one, you're fleshing out stuff and you can add stuff in there, and it would help carry the continuity of DC onwards. But hey, what did I know? I'm just, I'm just a black man who was a fan of DC, and what did I know? Nothing, I guess.
Similar to what was released before. However, based on the critics' bashing of Batman v Superman and executives' obsession with the MCU, the executives decided they wanted the DCEU to move away from their own tone and to become similar to Marvel.
That's the issue. That's always, and I bro, you know what's funny? I talked to my mom, I talked to my homies about this. They were trying to be Marvel so bad that they forgot their DC, bro. They forgot their DC. They have their own different stories. They have their own different tone. Like I said, this is how, look, I'm not saying DC is mostly dark stories and super serious. I know there's some lighter tones. I know that there's Superman movies and Green Lantern, or I don't want to say movies, but comics and cartoons where it's not that super serious. I get that. I know that. But you gotta agree, it's mostly a serious tone to and I'm not even gonna say it's dark, but it's a serious tone to DC compared to Marvel. And it's not to say Marvel can't get to that serious tone and that dark tone, because obviously you got Midnight Suns, you got Blade, you got Punisher, you got Daredevil, you got Elektra, like, and Ghost Rider. Of course they can enter that little area and do that, right? But how I see it, and this is from me reading comics and looking at cartoons, Marvel was always on the bright side, and they had the potential to cross over to the dark side, but they were mostly playing in the light side. DC was playing in the dark side, and they would, they can go over into light side and play the light side too, but they were mostly in the dark side. That's how I like knew the difference between DC and Marvel. Not just from the characters. Of course, the characters are different from each other, but even back then, there's a whole list of characters Marvel's copied and characters DC's copied from Marvel. Like, so it's just like, bro, you're trying to be the MCU so bad that y'all forgot who y'all were, or you forgot what DC is. DC's not like, bro, and especially people are mad like, oh, why they make Superman like super serious and all that, and people forget about Justice League Unlimited and Justice League what was it, Justice League Unlimited and was it just Justice League, right? Let me make sure I got this right. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Both Justice League cartoons, bruh. Justice League, and nobody's in chat to help correct me, so I gotta look this up myself, because I don't want to, sound like I'm wrong. No, it was just called Justice League. Yeah, so you got the Justice League TV series, and you got Justice League Unlimited, and they were both serious. Even Superman was serious. Superman stuff was serious, bruh. And people were complaining about that, which is hilarious to me. I don't know. I just find that shit hilarious. Like, oh, it's too serious and too dark. And it's like, well, Superman had dark stories. It wasn't all just fucking sunshine and rainbows and smiles all the time. Like, yeah, that's part of it, but he wasn't always like it. Like, a lot of the stories isn't like that. And plus, it's not how to say. I'm not saying they can't do it and make it entertaining, but like, I find Henry Cavill's take on Superman, which I feel like he still needed more time and more dialogue for Superman to like really engulf. I feel like if they did a second Superman, I feel like where Zack was gonna take Superman, where he was gonna be the Superman, and I'm not saying because everybody forgets that Man of Steel is literally, that movie is literally Henry Cavill donning Clark donning the suit as Superman and becoming Superman the first time. That's why, and it's funny too, people were complaining about, oh, why is there so much destruction in Metropolis? Like, what? In the Superman show, they wouldn't do it. And it's like, bro, you must have not watched it, because Superman will get hit through a building and that shit would fall. Like, this nigga would literally crash through the buildings and trucks and all that. It would explode and it would do damage. So let's be realistic here. I get it. It's Superman. But he's not going to be able to save everyone, especially he's getting hit by Zod through buildings and stuff, and he gets destroyed. Like, come on, bro. Be serious. Be serious. Be for real. And then plus, Batman and Superman is literally after the events of Man of Steel, so he literally has to deal with Lex Luthor trying to frame him and deal with Batman, who's trying to kill him, because Batman thinks Superman is trying to kill people and is off and doesn't have anybody to check him. And oh yeah, last thing before I play. People forget, and this is why the Ultimate Edition of Batman vs Superman is so important. In Batman vs Superman, they show how, they show the evidence and how they set up Superman, and it causes him to go talk to, because he's out of restrictions. He's in Africa, and they frame him for killing somebody. So he literally has to go talk to the senators and all that. And that's where Lex Luthor and that senator lady were beefing with each other, and that's when Lex Luthor left, blew up the place with the dude's chair because it was covered in lead and he can't see lead, and so there's no way for him to detect there's a bomb. Like, I can't believe I had to actually explain all this. Like, I really can't believe I had to actually explain like this shit to y'all, but. And then when it blows up, what is Batman gonna see? Oh, a building that's blown up, and the dude who had the chair was trying to get checks and try to get help from Bruce Wayne. So that played a toll on Bruce Wayne. Like, all right, yeah, this dude's out of line. So that's why, bro, that's why the Ultimate Edition and that extra 30 minutes was so important, to show what the motives are and why it happened. That's why the critics are looking at it, and people who watch the movie who don't like it don't understand certain stuff because they cut out certain shit. Oh, let me calm down. Let me calm down. Like, bruh, like, I'm sorry. Bro, look, I'm a defend. Like, look. I'm not saying all of Zack Snyder's ideas were good. Like, I wasn't with the whole, like, they're gonna continue on the Justice League story. I wasn't with the whole Superman, Batman and Lois having a baby, or getting with each other and then having a baby and all that, or she's pregnant from Batman. That idea I didn't like, but everything else I was with. That was the only thing I disagree with Zack on. But other than that, like, and that one's very valid. But everything else, like, so I don't know, bro. I don't know, but we're gonna continue, bro, because it's ridiculous.
As Suicide Squad went into post-production, reshoots were ordered by executives, and according to director David Ayer, those executives saw the recent reception of Deadpool and wanted Suicide Squad to be similar to that movie. Deadpool opened...
Another Marvel movie. Another Marvel. Bro, y'all are fucking DC, bro. Y'all are DC. You have characters from comics and cartoons of DC characters you look at. Why are you looking at Marvel, bro? Why are you looking at Marvel? Stop looking at Marvel. It's like, holy shit. Like, it's like, bro, it's like being in class and the teacher assigns you, like, all right, you're gonna draw a racetrack with cars going around it. And then they go to another classmate and they're like, okay, you're gonna draw a caveman fighting dinosaurs. The dude who's making the racetrack does not need to look at the dude making dinosaurs, because that's not your lane. I wasn't trying to joke like that and make it sound funny like that, but that isn't your lane, bro. No pun intended. That is not your lane. Your lane is drawing those cars and in that racetrack and them going around and showing the race. His whole thing is to make dinosaurs and the caveman fighting those dinosaurs. They don't pour line. You don't look at it like, okay, oh, he's drawing dinosaurs? Okay, how can we incorporate those dinosaurs and the caveman with this racetrack? Yeah, let's have the dinosaurs drive the racetrack and the caveman chase. Like, no, bro, stick to race. Like, and I'm not saying DC can't look at Marvel and get some ideas in the sense of how they run stuff. Like, they can look at DC and be like, oh, they started with, or DC can't. I'm not saying DC can't look at Marvel, but DC can literally, DC can look at them and be like, oh, okay. They started with individual storylines, which is very important. I don't know why they didn't continue doing that, but they're doing individual storylines, and then they did the big team up. Okay, let's do these individual storylines, let's flesh them out, and then let's get to this big Justice League team up. No, they just want to jump to the fucking dessert before they eat their entree, before they eat their main course meal. They want to skip straight to dessert. Like, bro. No.
And then they never tested Batman v Superman. So they put the movie... Deadpool opened and then they never tested Batman v Superman. So they put the movie out there and they never did a test.
Wow. So they just threw it out there to get ate up. That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Ayer said, and they were expecting a different result. And then they got hammered by all the critics, and then it's like, okay, we're going to turn David Ayer's dark, soulful movie into a comedy now.
And he's gonna show the trailer. I gotta pee real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna make it fast. Hold on. But bro, hold on. Let me sit down for this because I don't want to make it late before I go pee. Bro, it's the fact that like. It's the fact that, like, bro, you know how, bro, I don't even understand how these idiots are executives, bro. I don't understand this. They don't want to make money. I swear these niggas don't want to make money. I swear to God they don't want to make money, bro. These motherfuckers, didn't even test screen the movie, just threw it out there in the ocean to get eat up by these critics who are sharks, and they're like, oh, damn, that reception did poorly. Hey, David, yeah, that dark soulful movie that had really good stuff in it. Yeah, we need you to make that a comedy and brighten the fuck out of it. Yeah, I need you to do that. Like, what kind of shit is that? The fuck? Dumbasses, bro. All right, I gotta pee. I had to take a fat pee break. That water went through me. All right. Back to David Ayer. I'm sorry. Back to David Ayer. So we're gonna look at he's gonna show this first trailer, what the first original trailer looked like, and I need y'all to be honest with yourselves and look at the difference between that and the trailer they put out.
Okay, we're going to turn David Ayer's dark, soulful movie into a comedy now. And if you compare the first Suicide Squad trailer to the last trailer, you can see a clear difference.
Look at that. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. You got red and black and gray, right?
Suicide Squad trailer to the last.
And look at this. Gray, purple, and these fucking whatever the fuck clouds, bro.
Last trailer, you can see a clear difference in tone. From the dark, soulful movie Ayer described to a comedy. The reshoots that were written by Jeff Johns made a massive difference to the tone and quality of the.
My God, that was awful. Just random made for trailer tiny scenes that add to nothing, have zero depth, and don't make up a coherent. Bro, I'm telling you, keep Jeff Johns out the kitchen, bro. Keep Jeff Johns out the fucking kitchen. At this point, I don't even know if I trust him to even help with Green Lantern, to be honest. Like, he ruined Wonder Woman 1984, bro. He helped ruin that movie, and he helped ruin this movie. I'm sorry, at this point, bro, Jeff Johns, I'm sorry, stick to comic books. Stick to fucking comic books, bro. Because, yo, you interfering with this stuff is not doing anything good. And at this point, I don't even trust you're gonna do good with Green Lantern or being in there. That's what, like, I don't know why Patty Jenkins even fucking decided on the way out. This nigga's on the way out, and she's like, hey, I told my mom this every single time. And look, Patty, look, I fuck with first Wonder Woman, right? I fuck with the first Wonder Woman. That was dope, right? Bruh, and I gotta keep it 100 with you. Cause my mom's a big Wonder Woman fan. You ruined you and Jeff Johns and whoever else at WB ruined 1984, bro. That movie is ass, and I don't understand. And look, anybody out there that's ranking the DCEU and you're not putting Wonder Woman last and you actually fuck with it, I don't trust your taste. I don't. That movie was ass, bro. I would say the first 20 minutes from they show Diana as a young kid competing and then showing her interacting with what's her face? I forgot her name. The chick who played Cheetah in there, right? Bruh, I was gonna say Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt's a whole different person. She was in Ghostbusters, but bro, you're telling me. Wait, was she in Ghost? Yeah, she was in Ghostbusters. Yeah, she was in Ghostbusters. You're telling me those whatever good minutes were good and the rest was ass, bro? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. You cannot, bro. You cannot, bro. You cannot put that movie. If you put that above anything else, I don't trust your taste. I don't understand how you enjoyed Wonder Woman 1984 and that shit was ass. 2 packs of ass. Even how it ended was ass to me. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. No, fuck that. I'm not sorry. That shit was ass. God damn, bro. That movie was a fucking ass. 2 packs of ass, bro. And you told me everybody decided to recant their wishes? Bullshit. I call bullshit. You telling me everybody got to have whatever wish they want. Diana somehow talking to everybody. I don't understand how she did that. Talking to everybody. And you telling me they all recanted their wishes. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. Somebody kept their wish, bro. You telling me everybody get? No, bullshit, bro. And that, bro. And then that fight between her and Cheetah that y'all hyped up in the trailer so much that I was excited for was fucking so, yo. That was so lackluster, bro. I was pissed. I was like, yo, y'all hyped this up. We finally get Cheetah. We're getting one-on-one. We're getting this. Finally, we get this rivalry. We get to see her. We get to see her villain that I seen her fight in cartoons and comic books. And you're telling me y'all ruined that shit, bro? It was. And you know what's funny? I don't see y'all complaining about how dark that scene was of them fighting each other. That scene was hella dark and hard to see. And you're telling me that was fucking. You enjoyed that? Nah, nigga, I don't, nah, bro. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. No. So it's the fact that David Ayer keeps getting, and the reason we got here is the fact that I keep letting David Ayer into this shit, bro. And he's helping fuck up the writing is just as much. And y'all keep blaming Zach and all these other people. It's WB and fucking Jeff Johns and these other motherfuckers in here, bro. I'm sick of it. I'm sick, bro. I'm literally sick of, like, I don't even be on Twitter like that. But when I get on Twitter, because I follow people who like DC and Marvel and fuck with Zach stuff. I'm sick and tired of seeing motherfuckers fucking shit on Zach and the whole DCEU when it wasn't even their fault. It was the fucking executives and Jeff Johns coming in and fucking it up, bro. And I'm even throwing Joss Whedon into this too. This nigga ruined it, bro. This nigga, bro.
Reshoots that were.
Hey, y'all don't even know how excited I was for David Ayer's Suicide Squad. And I don't blame David Ayer, because I knew there was a different version. Just looking at it, I'm like this. Something's off. Something's very off. Why is it hella bright? What happened to the dark tone that I was fucking with? Why is there hella jokes? I'm not saying the jokes in there was. I'm not saying some of the jokes in there was good, but the rest was just like, okay. And now people are shitting on it, and I don't blame them for shitting on it because it wasn't good, and it wasn't David Ayer's full version, and y'all fucking ruined that shit, bro. Now if you go on Twitter, you seeing David Ayer, and you on Twitter and Instagram, David Ayer's posting screenshots of. I don't want to say screenshots, was posting shots from certain scenes from his version of Suicide Squad that looks so much better. And I'm like, yo, y'all really made him do reshoots, and then y'all fucked it up. And you brought this dude here to fuck it up too.
Written by Jeff Johns made a massive difference to the tone and quality of the film, leading to disappointment.
Oh, I didn't even read I don't think David Ayer's a bad director. I think Harsh Times and Fury. I liked Harsh Times and Fury. Fury was fucking fire. But this is definitely his worst movie yet, and I'm pretty sure it's due to massive pressure from the producers. This guy gets it. This guy down here gets it, bro. I don't think I read the rest of this. Zero Death don't make up coherent plot, wall-to-wall, inappropriate songs. Yeah, that's true. There was inappropriate songs that come at random times. That was true. Boring plot, if you can even call it that. Both of these are valid. These are valid points, bro. These are very valid. Even this picture right here lets you know it's a different tone to the movie.
Pointing reviews. However, the movie still managed to earn $745 million at the box office with a $175 million budget, but unfortunately
it should have got a better critic score if they allowed it to be the actual movie that David Ayer made.
A 58% audience score and a 26%
instead of looking at fucking Marvel.
Critic.
No shade of Marvel. I'm really just dissing these executive producers looking at Marvel like, oh, they're doing this. Like, nigga, you haven't even done anything, nigga. Y'all are just starting. Y'all are literally just starting. How are you gonna? Bro. You know what's a perfect example of it too? It's also like bro, it's like I could do sport. Bro, I can make any analogy, but I would say let's do rap. That's like a rapper who's already, let's just say Drake, right? Drake's already up there. He's already doing this thing. And then it's like somebody like, oh, Drake is doing this? All right, let me rush and do all this stuff to just try to get up to Drake's level. And it's like, bro, Drake's already in the game. He's already established. How you gonna do what Drake did, but you haven't even start? You're just starting. And I'm not saying you can't reach that level, but you're just starting and you're trying to copy Drake when you have your own flow and own thing to do. The fuck?
Critics score. But Warner Brothers executives didn't think that
I could already tell this video gonna be long.
decline was their fault. In their eyes, it must
I'ma
have
try
been
to-
because
I'ma
their
try to not
movies
pause
were
as
too
much.
different to Marvel's. And then came Wonder Woman, which began production in
Wonder
November
Woman was fucking fire.
2015.
This
To
was
another
fire.
movie that went into production
fun.
before Batman v Superman was released to
Bro,
audiences
Gal Gadot is so fun, bro. Oh my god, she's so fun.
worldwide. The movie that went back in time to World War I to tell the story of Diana of Themyscira. Directed by Patty Jenkins and a story by Alan Heinberg, Zack Snyder and Jason Fuchs. Now this movie
Wait, who?
to tell the story of Diana of Themyscira. Directed by Patty Jenkins and a story by Alan Heinberg, Zack Snyder and Jason Fuchs.
Wow, so Zach's. I didn't even know. I thought it was just Zach's stunt team that just helped. I didn't know Zach helped write the story too. Wow, bro. Wow. See, it says a lot. It says a lot because I heard Patty Jenkins got rid of everybody who helped. That was with Zach that helped her, and she tried to do her own movie, and then brought in Judge Johns to help her, which is hilarious because it's like, how are you gonna get rid of the people that help you with the first Wonder Woman movie, and then go make Wonder Woman 1984, and then you go grab Jeff Johns, who's holding his box of stuff on the way out the fucking off the lot, and you go, hey, wait, I need help with Wonder Woman, even though you write Green Lantern comics. I need your help. Like you got rid of the people who could have helped you. The fuck? Like, bro, I'm telling you, Wonder Woman 1984, all it could have been was literally Diana being friends with I forgot the chick's name, but the chick who plays the character that plays that becomes Cheetah. They become friends. Something goes wrong, and you can literally have a dynamic of the movie where it's about a friendship that goes wrong, and they become frenemies now, and they got beef with each other, and the chick becomes Cheetah, so now they're fighting each other. Like, bro, that movie could have been fire, bro. That movie could have been fire and simple, but you had to bring in a wishing rock that, like, oh, bro, and you brighten the movie up so much, like that, like, bro, y'all can make movies. Look, y'all can make movies with smiling and all that without brightening the fuck out of the suits and the setting, bro. I get people who are complaining about, oh, it's so dark. Nigga, it's DC. Grow the fuck up. For some people who like DC, who like DC, bruh, I'm not saying it's all the way dark. Hear what I'm saying. Hear the words that come out of my mouth. I'm not saying DC's always dark, but it has mostly dark undertones to it. Dark, serious undertones to it. So the fact that these producers and all that heard, oh, it's too dark, and decided to brighten the fuck out of it and don't know how to literally balance the light and dark of it, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Like, the fact that people actually like 1984, that trash movie, and then how they brighten up all these other movies, which I'm not, Aquaman, okay, cool. I like Aquaman 2 because there's a mix of light and dark. That was Aquaman 2, and I'll even say Aquaman 1 is a perfect movie where it shows the balance of, like, the color grading being lighter and brighter, and other areas and scenes to be darker and all that and serious. So, like, they could do it. It's just that they decide to go, oh yeah, we're gonna go bright all the way, and it's like, bro, this is not it. It's not it.
Now, this movie unfortunately couldn't escape reshoots either. Patty Jenkins confirmed that the final act had some major reshoots forced by the studio.
What?
She said that
They even reached.
That was the only thing that the studio forced my hand on, was that it was not supposed to be. It was supposed to be like that he never turns into Ares, said Jenkins. The whole point of the movie is that you get there to the big monster and he's just standing there looking at you saying, I didn't do anything. And then the studio kept saying, we'll let you do that and then we'll see. And then I could feel it creeping up. And then at the last minute, they were like, you know what? We want Ares to show up. And I was like, God damn, we don't have time to do that right now. And nope, you gotta do it.
Wow. Because, like, you know what the funny thing is? I did like Ares, but I didn't like, and I'm not saying that full scene was bad. It's just, like, I knew something was kind of off about it that I didn't really, like, everything else in the movie I like, and it was just up to that. And I was like, I don't know. That's a little shaky. And hearing this, which I didn't even know. I didn't even know the studio remade her. I didn't know the studio made her reshoot that scene and put Ares in there. I did not know that. So that explains. See, you know what's funny? I don't think, and I'm glad. Shout out to, like I said, We Movie News. Shout out, Our Movie News. Shouts out to this dude for even getting the pictures, getting these quotes and all that and putting it in here, because this is a perfect video, and I haven't even got all the way through. I'm only 9 minutes in, bro, and there's a whole lot that he already explained, and I already have a feeling I'm gonna have to chop it in half and all that. But the fact that he's putting all this in here, and I didn't know about certain stuff in here, because I only knew the main stuff, the stuff they like the Josh Whedon stuff, the reshoots of Justice League. I knew stuff about Batman v Superman, and I knew some stuff about David Ayer, but there's other stuff I did not know. And the fact that I'm figuring this out, I can't even imagine the people who didn't like this DCEU, bro. I wonder what their thoughts are when they like watch this and what they're thinking, like, oh, so it is, damn, the studio really fucked up. And I'm not saying these people don't blame the studio for this stuff, for how the DCEU ran, but bruh, to me it just feels like they just blame Zach. They just blame Zach for the fall of DCEU. Like, oh, this is Zach's fault. Zach's trash movies. You can't write a movie. Da da da. And it's like, okay, but he brought in writers to help. The studio brought in writers to help him write. So is it the writer's fault for the movie being for storyline being bad, or is it the studio's fault for cutting the stuff out that's important in the movie for the audience to understand, and they cut it out and had it where it's incoherent and doesn't make sense? Which one sounds actually logical? Because it doesn't make sense to bring in a writer to rewrite the script that for you to shoot, and then the audience blame it on Zach. Like that don't make sense. That's literally, bro. Like, bro, I'm just gonna ignore all that. But
and most people argue that the ending of the film was the weakest part of the movie.
It was. As much as I really love the first Wonder Woman movie, that this fight scene was weak, bro.
And of course, that was a Warner Brothers decision. The movie still managed to earn $817 million at the box office with a budget of
wow, look at this. I've never seen it. The critic score is higher than the audience score. That's
$150 million, a 93% critic score, and an audience score of 83%, the highest rating the DCEU had so far. So things looked like they were heading back in the right direction. But no, Warner Brothers were not finished there. In late 2015, Zack Snyder had Jeff Johns and Jim Lee write and draw the final 2 stories after Justice League 1. Now remember, from the original film slate, there were only meant to be 2 Justice League movies. Part 1...
Yo. I remember this. I remember Zack like showing pictures of this. I'm like, damn, they got Jim Lee in here and Jeff Johns. That's what's up. Now, look, I know I was a little harsh on Jeff Johns. I'm still gonna be a little harsh because of I blame him also for a Wonder Woman movie, bro, and the Suicide Squad. I still put blame on him, but I do like his Justice League War storyline and how it was drawn, because I know it's drawn by like Jim Lee and all that, but I still blame him for it. And I'm not saying blaming fully his fault, but he has a part in it.
Original film slate, there were only meant to be 2 Justice League movies, Part 1 and Part 2. However, Warner Brothers changed that to 3 movies as they felt it was too bloated. So now in 3 Justice League films, Snyder began planning. Justice League 1 story was...
Are you serious? So they're gonna do... Hold on. So they were mad about a 4-part thing, right? They were mad about that, but Zach wanted to do a 2-parter, but he said, "Oh no, it's too bloated. We want 3 parts." Bro, look, I'm telling you, WB just doesn't know what they want, bro. I swear.
Now in 3 Justice League films, Snyder began planning. Justice League 1 story was complete, and then was born the infamous Justice League 1 story.
It's funny to see Gal Gadot in her Wonder Woman suit with glasses
story
on.
Was complete, and then was born the infamous Justice
League United. Oh my God, that would have been a fire title. Justice League United. The Justice League United. Oh, that would have been a hard, bro. That would have been a hard fucking title, bro. We open with the Justice League and acting during a natural disaster, working as the efficient, powerful team they become weeks after Justice League 1. They act together, they save lives, but they're refugees, so political tension is high. The world is on edge. But they're refugees. Oh my bad. Oh my God. In the aftermath, the Justice League regroup at the only headquarters they know, the Batcave. Flash is enthusiastic while Superman remains a bit distant. At least with Batman, Aquaman is facing a continued skepticism of the surface world and his involvement in it by the people of Atlantis. One woman relates
Justice League 2 and 3 storyboards. These storyboards were setting up a darker future that was hinted at in Batman v Superman, a confusing scene of a nightmare future where Superman was evil, but it was all to be explained in the 2 Justice League sequels. So with this plan created, focus was then turned to Justice League 1. However, before that film began production, Warner Brothers forced Snyder and Chris Terrio to change parts of the story, such as Bruce Wayne and Lois Lane having a baby together.
Oh, thank God. Thank God for Chris Terrio, bro, because that I was not fucking with. So I'm glad they had him change that.
And were told to make an overall lighter tone. So Snyder and Terrio did so. But whilst some parts were changed, the key elements stayed the same.
I'm so glad, bro. That's the only thing that bothered me was the Lois and Batman thing. But since Chris Terrio was like, nah, we need to change that. Thank you, Chris Terrio, for that.
And with those changes approved, Justice League went into production.
Oh, Part 2 Justice League.
Production of Justice League began in April of 2016 and ended in October the same year, with Snyder managing to film almost everything he needed for his Justice League movie, even with Warner Brothers making it persistently difficult for him. According to The Wrap, several Warner Brothers executives went to the then president Greg Silverman asking him to remove Zack Snyder from Justice League.
What? Just a few weeks after Batman Superman, The Wrap says several Warner Bros. Executives went to then President Greg Silverman asking him to remove director Zack Snyder from Justice League. Silverman was quite harsh on Zack, but production was too far along and they were about to start rolling. The decision to keep Snyder on Justice League ultimately came from Warner Brothers CEO Kevin Shushihara. Oh, shout out to CEO Kevin Shushihara, bro. Shout out to him, bro. DC Films president John Berg was sent to London to oversee the movie's production. Bro. These niggas, bro, I swear to God, these niggas, bro. What kind of executives are these people, bro? Y'all suck at being executives. Y'all suck at this. Y'all really do. Y'all really do, bro. You want to remove him because of the what happened with Batman v Superman, but you're the reason why the movie did bad. Y'all garbage, bro. Y'all are garbage.
Silverman was quite harsh on Zack, but production was too far along and they were about to start rolling. The decision to keep Snyder on Justice League ultimately came from Warner Brothers CEO Kevin Sugihara. However, DC Films president John Berg was sent to London to oversee the movie's production. Post-production then began in November of 2016, but unfortunately in May of 2017, Zack Snyder had to step down from the movie after his daughter Autumn Snyder had passed away. When this unfortunately happened, Warner Brothers claimed
bro, I felt bad for Zack when that happened, bro, and I understood like why he had to step away, and I still feel bad for him for that, and I hope his family, him and his family, and I hope they're doing good, bro. I hope they're in better spirits and all that.
they had hired Avengers director Joss Whedon to
Garbage. This nigga's garbage for what he did.
finish the film in Snyder's vision.
This nigga is garbage for what he did. All he had to do was finish the the vision Zack had, and this nigga is like, you know what? Nah, we changing all this, nigga. You had one job. One.
However, when the movie was released, it was clear this was not the case.
Like, bro, all you had to do, like, that's literally being like, yo, all you got to do is finish this road. All you got to do is just add on to what we did and finish it. That's it. And you know what he did? He came to this road and he's like, nah. And start, like, you remember the scene from Cars where Lightning McQueen had to scrape up all that whole road? That's what he did. He came in, scraped it up, like, nah, I'm painting a new one. And it's like, nigga, this is worse than like, I'm not saying it's worse, but this is you made a terrible, it's like the opposite. It's like, imagine a smooth road that just needed to be finished, and then imagine him coming in, scraping that up, and then making the bumpy road that Lightning McQueen had to scrape up. That is nasty, bro. You're nasty for that.
Warner Brothers used this moment to do what they always wanted to do.
And Warner Brothers, you're nasty for this too.
Move away from Snyder's serious and mature vision. And
so you know what? I'll be a little less harsh than to Joss Whedon, but he still gets harsh for the scenes he did, sexualizing the fuck out of Scarlett Johansson. Like, I get it, she's fine as fuck. You don't need to sexualize the fuck out of her. And he did the same thing, Gal Gadot, bro. Shooting butt scenes, shooting the scene from a butt angle, having Flash fall on top of her breast, which it wasn't actually hers because she didn't want to shoot that scene. So they hired a stunt double to do it, bro. That nigga's garbage. That nigga's garbage, and these executives are garbage.
Towards Marvel's lighter heart.
I would be a better executive, a better president than I'll be a better executive and president than these motherfuckers, bro. I swear to you, I would be better than them.
Tone, and so with the hiring of Joss Whedon, they began the $25 million worth of reshoots. Now, if you don't know, most movies,
look at that, bro.
$25 million worth of reshoots.
Look, this is way too bright.
Now, if you don't
look at this, bro, I'm sorry. People will look at this as like, oh, this is good. Nigga, look at how bright this is. I get it. I'm used to Zack's darker, serious tone. But, like, even if you were to bright some stuff up, this is way too, like, to me, this is too bright. Like, what the? Because, like, even look at the clothing. The clothing isn't fit for this, how bright this stuff is.
No, most movies have reshoots.
And then, oh, my God, Steppenwolf was, bro, look. You know what's funny? This is supposed to be Darkseid. This was supposed to be Darkseid, not Steppenwolf. That's the hilarious thing. They reshot it to have him as Steppenwolf and not Darkseid. And we would have never got Darkseid too. That's bro. I want y'all to really sit here and think about it. We would have never got Darkseid. And people complain about the DCEU, but you would have never got these certain heroes and villains. They would have never, I don't want to say never done it, but they would have took them a while to get to this stuff, especially Darkseid. So the fact that we got this, y'all should be happy.
Shoots worth $5 to $10 million. So for
my God, Justice League, yo, That's nasty.
To have $25 million worth of reshoots implies major changes. However, these reshoots
Look at this. She's supposed to be mourning over Superman. Why is it so bright and she's... Bruh.
were extremely noticeable, and so was the
Oh my god, nigga.
overall change from Snyder's vision. The sudden increase in humor and saturation of colors
This saturation of color is garbage.
indicated a clear sign of Warner Brothers' intent, and a noticeable badly CGI'd upper lip on Henry Cavill made the reshoots obvious. Whilst the Justice League reshoots were happening, Cavill had moved on to Mission Impossible,
Right.
where his character
Facts.
had a moustache,
Right.
and Paramount did not let Henry Cavill shave the moustache for the Justice League reshoots.
Facts.
So the
That's
Justice
true.
League reshoot team decided the best decision to make was to try and
Oh my
CGI
God,
the
you can see where the mustache is. Like,
moustache
oh my
off of
God.
Henry Cavill, which made it far easier to recognize which scenes are reshoots and which were originally shot by Snyder. But even Joss Whedon was given strict instructions by the studio too, being told the movie couldn't be longer than 2 hours, and this was because the studio executives wanted to squeeze in as many screenings as possible, but didn't really care about the impacts that would have on storytelling. As many of you know, Snyder's films are not short, and so the original story that Snyder filmed would not work with a 2-hour runtime, which made the reshoots even more difficult to turn into a cohesive story. Most thought delaying the movie and ensuring the CGI and storytelling were improved was the logical answer. However, there appears to be a darker motive behind it all. In 2017, AT&T and Time Warner were in the middle of an $85 billion deal that they were hoping would close by the end of the year. One source told The Wrap that Warner Brothers CEO Kevin Sugihara and President Toby Emmerich wanted to preserve their bonuses they would be paid before the merger, and were worried that if they delayed the movie, then their bonuses would have been delayed to the following year, and they might not still be at the studio. So the motive behind not delaying the movie was reportedly corporate greed, which can paint quite a strong picture regarding the executives at Warner Brothers at the time. And the reshoots
You know, for some niggas who wanted money and wanted greed, y'all really fucked up the DCEU where y'all got paid crazy. But y'all sabotaged the fuck out of DCEU, bro. You sabotaged the fuck out of Zack's fucking universe. I'm just saying. I told my friends, bro. Like I told my nigga Donnie. Like I told shout out to Niaz. Like I told my mom. These niggas don't want to get paid. I swear to God, they don't want to get paid, bro. They don't want to get paid. As much as they want to make it seem like, oh, we want to get bonuses, y'all don't want to get paid because y'all fucking up this shit. So you don't want to get paid.
turned out to be the major talking point of the movie, with most feeling like this didn't feel like a continuation of Snyder's story.
Facts.
The movie managed to make $655 million at the box office with a $300 million plus budget, a 39% critic score, and a 67% audience score. So a noticeable...
And I'm telling y'all, when I call it Josh Whedon or Justice League. I call it Justice League or Josh Whedon's version of Justice League. Bro, I'm telling you, I was excited for this movie just because of Zach's like promo and all that. Nigga, when I saw this movie in theaters, I was so pissed, bro. I wasted my money. I was hyped for Justice League. They let me down. I was hyping it up to my friends. And I felt like I looked stupid because, one, the movie was bad. I don't want to say like totally bad because there's people who enjoyed it, but to me it was bad. And you know what's funny? People say they enjoyed Josh Whedon's version of it, but y'all, those are the same people who complain about how Batman v Superman felt incomplete and all that and didn't understand it, but they didn't feel the same way with Justice League. That's a little weird. That's weird. Okay, all right, but bro, it's the fact that I went to the movies and I was excited for this, and they let me the fuck down, bro. I was so pissed. Like I'm telling you, opening scene, bro, where they showed Superman walking up to the kid who's filming him with the camera, and his lip is fucked up. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Am I tripping? I might be tripping. I don't know. It might be a bad angle. They showed again. This nigga, yeah. Oh yeah. Like, where's your lip, bro? Oh my god.
Drop in box office and reviews from Wonder Woman 1. The confusion from fans in the final product sparked a monumental movement called Release the Snyder Cut.
Yeah. Hell yeah, release the Snyder Cut. Now I'm over here like, release the air cut. Give me the air cut, bro. Changing directions.
In May,
I think I'm gonna stop at part. Let's see, how far is this? Boo 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 boo. Boo boo boo. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna keep it there. Hold on. I'm trying to see how far. How far is? Because we're gonna probably stop at part 4. If I can get the wait, is this? Oh, that's part 5. All right. If I get to part 4 and I'm feeling a little tired, we'll stop at part 4. But if not, we're gonna start at part 5 because that would be a perfect way to continue it. Let's see how far part 6 is. Let me just where is it? Oh my goodness, this nigga's really diving deep in all this, bro. I appreciate him. Like I said, shout out to our movie news, bro. Because this nigga did not have to break all this down. Okay, this is part 6. Yeah, we'll probably stop at part 5.
Called Release the Snyder Cut.
Let's get it. Come on. Part 3, Changing Direction.
In May 2017, Aquaman began filming, roughly the same time Snyder left Justice League, and Aquaman ended production in October the same year. In early 2018, whilst
Aquaman, I love, bro, Aquaman was fire.
In post-production, Walter Hamada was hired as the new president of DC.
This motherfucker, Walter Hamada.
Before this, John Berg and Jeff Johns were overlooking the DCEU, as well as their boss, Toby Emmerich, who were all major influencers on the Justice League reshoots, and they were in fact written by Jeff Johns. Ever since Batman v Superman, those executives wanted to get away from Snyder's vision, and
wow, hold on, let me get the names. On the So Jeff Johns, Toby Emmerich,
DCEU, as well as their boss, Toby Emmerich, who were all major influencers on the Justice League reshoots, and they were in fact written by Jeff Johns. Ever since Batman v Superman, those executives wanted to get away from Snyder's vision.
Bro, look how good Batman v Superman, like, look how well shot this shit looks good, bro. Like,
and were finally able to...
And then you see this trash. look at this. Look at this. Even Superman's suit in Man of Steel wasn't this bright.
When Snyder left the Justice League project. With Walter Hamada now in charge, they were able to have a fresh start and continue in their lighter...
Look, I'm gonna say this, guys. Just because, bro, bright and bright colors and all that doesn't equal good. Just like how people say loud doesn't always equal funny, bright doesn't always equal good, bro. Bright colors doesn't always equal, oh, it's gonna be look good in movies. No, bro. Sometimes it might need to be darkened down a little bit.
Hearted direction. However, Hamada had no hand in creating Aquaman 1. The movie was in post-production when he arrived, so Walter Hamada had no influence or help in the $1.1 billion that Aquaman 1 made at the box office with a $160 million budget, a 65%
James Wan did that shit, bro.
critic score, and a 73% audience score. A mega success for the DC Extended Universe that surely would help see the DCEU kick off after this big box office success. Well, unfortunately not. Still, to this day, not a single DCEU movie since the release of Aquaman has been able to earn even half of Aquaman's box office. In April of 2018, Mission Impossible director Christopher McQuarrie stated in an interview with comicbook.com that he had discussed ideas for a Man of Steel sequel with Henry Cavill on the set of Mission Impossible Fallout. And in June 2018, a merger between AT&T and Warner Media finalized, meaning AT&T were now in charge of Warner Brothers. In March of 2019, Warner Brothers CEO Kevin Sugihara resigned after a very worrying case involving a female actress. And in came Ann Sarnoff to replace him, and Sarnoff becoming the new boss of Toby Emmerich, who was the boss of Walter Hamada. Less than a month later, Warner Brothers went on record stating the Snyder Cut did not exist after fans had rallied outside Warner Brothers Burbank office.
Wait, who said it?
Did not exist. Less than a month later, Warner Brothers went on record stating.
So these niggas lied. These niggas, I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot. These niggas really try to lie about, oh yeah, the Snyder Cut doesn't exist. This nigga Zach had to come out like, yes it does. These niggas are lying to you. Don't let them lie to you. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Like, or no. Hashtag restore the Snyder Cut. Or hashtag Snyder Cut. Like,
The Snyder Cut did not exist after fans had rallied outside Warner Brothers Burbank.
and then, bro, you're lying to fans. That's the other thing. You're lying to fans. The fact that you're lying to fans and the director's coming out and saying, oh no, it does exist, should say a lot.
Office asking to see the cut. With the majority of fans being respectful, unfortunately some fans decided to be toxic towards Warner Brothers employees.
Yeah,
Almost a year later, in April of 2019, Shazam 1 released
I
worldwide.
ain't gonna lie. I mean, depending on who the employees are, if it's like the executives, I feel like some of the executives deserve some toxicity. But if it's just some regular people who work there and they're just employees, then yeah, that's not right.
A relatively unknown character about a boy who gets the powers of the gods. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough to interest audiences, with only managing to earn $363 million at the box office.
That didn't do as good as the other movies. It got a better critic score than the audience. I actually enjoyed the first Shazam
with an
movie.
$85 million budget, but was able to earn a 90% critic score and an 82% audience score. However, when Shazam 1 released, there also came confusion amongst fans as to why a faceless Superman appeared at the end of the movie instead of Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Some claim it was scheduling conflicts, others claim it was to do with money or a bad relationship with the new heads of DC and Warner Brothers. Whatever the reasoning was, what we do know is that Henry Cavill wasn't in the movie. However, he still wanted to play Superman, but according to Christopher McQuarrie in July of 2019, it was Warner Brothers who were not interested in Superman returning to the DCEU.
Now, I don't know if it's just me, but so far it just sounds like it's WB's fault. It don't sound like it's Zach's fault. It don't sound like it's the other director's fault. It sounds like it's WB. Now, if people can't admit this is WB's fault, you got an issue. Because there's evidence on evidence, bro. If we were bringing this to a court case, these niggas would lose. So the fact that even, like, and bro, people, and everyone's seen how Henry Cavill got done dirty after the end of Black Adam, bro. After Black Adam, everybody's seen how dirty he got done, bro. So you cannot say, oh no, it's Zach's fault, or if Zach didn't make such bad movies, nigga, you hate Zach, just say that, and move on, bro. Don't try to put Zach in here like it's his fault and all that when it was really the fucking the studio's fault. Like, bro, these niggas, like, you hire these people to come in and do this work, and then you're like, oh my God, we don't trust them. Like, what's the reason of bringing them in if you don't trust the vision they're going with? Like, they didn't. The only thing they trusted on was Man of Steel. After Man of Steel, everything else was like, yeah, we don't trust anything.
Superman, but according to Christopher McQuarrie in July of 2019, it was Warner Brothers who were not interested in Superman returning to the DCEU. He stated, "The studios have never cared for my original ideas. They prefer that I fix their broken ones. They never said no, they just never moved on it. This was just before Fallout was released, and no, I would not reconsider. There's too many other things I want to do." And then came August of 2019, where Release the Snyder Cut fans had continued pushing for the elusive Snyder Cut, raising money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, as well as crowdfunding billboards and sky banners timed to Comic-Con in International in San Diego, with even Snyder stoking the fire by releasing exclusive black and white images from his cut of Justice League on the social media app Vero. And Jason Momoa even casually mentioned in an Instagram post that Snyder had showed him the Snyder Cut. These actions were hyping the fan base even more, and with showed him.
Nah, Jason Momoa was fired for this. Let's be honest. If it wasn't for this man, we wouldn't have Aquaman. I love you, Zack Snyder. Man, mahalo for showing me the Snyder Cut. He is a token of my appreciation for inspiring me artists. Shows better. Snyder Cut is sick. Lucky me for sucks for you. Come on, bro.
The Snyder Cut. These actions were hyping the fan base even more, and with AT&T now making the calls, there was a chance that this could actually happen. On November 17th, 2019, the 2-year anniversary of Justice League's release, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, Ray Fisher, and Zack Snyder.
Nah, this right here was dope. Aquaman, Cyborg, Wonder Woman, and Batman, and even Superman. All supported saying release the Snyder Cut,
posted
bro.
hashtag release the Snyder Cut. Now there was some real power behind this movement, with the cast also supporting the hashtag, and this fueled fans for the next 6 months. Now in January of 2020, Mission Impossible director Christopher McQuarrie tweeted out regarding Warner Brothers' lack of interest in his Superman idea. "I asked once, I will never ask again," he said. "They have their own problems and I sympathize deeply. But after 25 years of hearing no, even an idiot like me gets the message. I go where I'm valued."
That's
so
fair,
clearly he did not appreciate the studio's lack of interest in his Superman pitch. Before most of the world had been affected by the pandemic, in February of 2020, Birds of Prey was released, a movie that hadn't really been asked for by fans, and the
Hey, bro, look, even though we didn't ask for it, I wasn't mad. We got more Harley Quinn. We got Black Canary, we got Huntress, and we got Cassandra Cain and Black Mask, bro. I wasn't complaining about that.
Box office showed it, only making $201 million at the box office.
Damn, it did worse than Shazam, bro. Damn.
With an $82 million budget, but surprisingly having a 78% critic score and audience score. So that's now 2 box office drops, 78%.
Hey, at least they beat the budget for it. That's what matters.
And critic score and audience
score.
It
didn't do as much as the other movies, but at least it made its money back. So,
now 2 box office drops in a row, both produced by Walter Hamada.
Oh, that's that motherfucker, bro. Oh, he's about to go in on it too. We're about to get into part 4. Part 5 restore. We're gonna go up to part 5 restore the Snyderverse, and then that's when I'm release the Snyder
In May
Cut.
of 2020, Zack Snyder hosted a virtual Man of Steel watch party.
Damn, this was in 2020. Damn.
The movie ended, Zack had Henry Cavill join him along with many fans. This was the very moment the Release the Snyder Cut movement had been dreaming of.
When will you release the Snyder Cut?
There it is.
It's a hard question. I don't know. What do you think, Henry?
I reckon you should show it.
We're doing it.
Zack Snyder confirmed that they were releasing the Snyder Cut in 2020.
Bro, look at this picture, bro. Come on. This is literally Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Well, it mostly just gives me the first Justice League cartoon vibes, bro. We're just missing Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter, and it would be perfect, bro. Put Martian Manhunter right here. Put Green Lantern hovering up here. Boom. Perfect. And you know what's funny too? Zach wanted to put Green Lantern in part of it, because I remember it was supposed to be Green Lantern was supposed to be the 7th member. But they didn't want to do that. Fuck WB,
on
bro.
HBO Max. AT&T, the owners of Warner Brothers, allowed Zack Snyder to release his full version of Justice League.
Look at this nigga Darkseid. He's not even full Darkseid yet, bro. This is just Axis, or however the fuck you say his name.
And this broke the internet. Nothing like this had ever happened before, and it showed that fans' demand did have an influence on the studio.
By the way, I really like Cyborg's design, bro. Like I know in future movies, Cyborg would have, because what they did, even in Justice League, that I didn't like is they rushed to get his armor. So I feel like, or not his armor, but that full look of Cyborg. I feel like he would have got that full look later on in the films and all that. I feel like the Cyborg movie, I feel like that's where he would have got the different design and look that we saw in Joss Whedon's Justice League. And I gotta admit, Joss Whedon's Justice League, there's some scenes that I really liked that I hoped was in this Justice League version, which was Superman and Flash racing, Batman getting the dude off, capturing the dude off the roof and using him as bait to get one of the parademons, and then lastly Cyborg getting his full armor. I was hoping, not at least not the armor part, but the other two, I was hoping that would be in the movie, and then I was hoping they would save the armor for later future stuff, but we never got that. So
however, other factors to consider that helped the Snyder Cut to be released. Firstly, their new streaming
Ray Fisher did such a good job as Cyborg
platform that was releasing soon, HBO Max. They needed people's attention to get subscribing to their streaming service, and the Snyder Cut was the perfect way to do so.
Hell yeah.
The second was that the pandemic was stronger than ever, so a lot of productions were on hold, and so releasing this highly in-demand movie that needs far less work than brand new movies, and one that can be released on their new streaming platform, was a no-brainer. But the point still stands. Fans could see that their voices
The way
did
she dodged that, bro,
but
was
the
fire. Look
point
at this.
still stands. Fans could see that their voices did influence the studio. 2 months later, in July,
look at him, bro. Look how
could
happy
see
he
that
is,
their
bro.
voices did influence the studio.
Look at him, bro. Look how happy.
2 months
Bro,
later,
my God.
in July of 2020, Ray
life.
Fisher decided to speak up against the abuse he and others endured on
Hell
the
yeah.
Justice League reshoots,
Hell yeah.
stating Joss Whedon's on-set treatment of the cast and crew of Justice League was gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable.
Hell yeah.
He was enabled in many ways by Jeff Johns and John Berg,
And Walter Hamada. So we got Joss Whedon, Jeff Johns, John Berg, and Walter Hamada. And to remind y'all, Jeff Johns, who helped ruin Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman 1984 and Justice League.
accountability over entertainment. This caused an entire investigation to happen that to this day
My headphones unplugged. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Stop screaming at me. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm getting there. Hold on. Goddamn. All right. Boom.
over entertainment. This caused an entire investigation to happen that to this day hasn't been fully resolved. However, since then, we have seen Jeff Johns, John Berg, and Joss Whedon all disappear from Warner Brothers.
Wow,
However,
yep.
Fisher wasn't done there, as when he brought this up to Walter Hamada, Fisher claimed Hamada tried to throw Whedon under the bus to save Johns and Berg from any further punishment.
Wow.
And this tweet from Ray Fisher summarizes his thoughts on the matter when Walter Hamada left DC in 2020. Fisher summarizes his thoughts on the matter when...
This is the first. I wouldn't say he's the first, but I guess he's the first on screen. This is our first on screen because technically, Linux Martian Manhunter was our first black superhero in DCEU, but this is the first on-screen black superhero in DC movies, bro. This is the first one, Cyborg, which it's supposed to be right because Justice League, you can't have Justice League without Cyborg. That's plain and simple. And the way they had Joss Whedon fucking disrespect Cyborg in his version, that's why I definitely don't like it, because they disrespected the fuck out of Cyborg in that movie. And in here, he's actually helping and not getting chopped up and fucked up. So I shout out to Zach for that, bro, because we got Martian Manhunter and we got Cyborg, bro. And Cyborg was the main part of the Justice League story. Regardless if you're looking at this, if you're looking at Justice League War, he plays a big part of the Justice League storyline when it comes to the mother boxes and Darkseid, because he is infused with the mother box. Like, come on, bro.
Walter Hamada left DC in 2022. Walter Hamada tried to protect his toxic and discriminatory colleagues. He failed, he tried to bury me, and the Justice League investigation with lies in the trades. He failed. He is a product of old Hollywood cronyism. May we never experience his like again. Onward. Accountability over entertainment.
I like that. I like that. Accountability over entertainment.
The drama that happened whilst the Justice League...
Bro, that scene right here.
Over entertainment.
I wish he would show it. I wish
the drama that happened...
This part. This nigga Stephen rips him apart, and this would piss me off. I'm like, bro, you're telling me this is what you
happens whilst
this pissed me off. I'm telling you, this shit pissed me off.
Justice League
this shit
were going on, the way Hamada reportedly tried to protect his colleagues during the investigation of 2020, and the box office decline of the DCEU, the reputation of Warner Brothers and DC was declining. In December of 2020, Wonder Woman 1984...
This shit was ass. This shit was ass. When I say ass, I'm talking about garbage. I'm talking about dumpster juice. I'm talking about doo-doo water, bro.
Or was simultaneously released on streaming and in theaters, which led to a low box.
It's not to say there wasn't good scenes in here, which there were some good scenes I enjoyed, but overall, this movie was ass.
Office performance.
And I don't blame Gal Gadot.
Only making $170 million at the box office.
You see, y'all see how this is made the less money than this, and I know this was during pandemic when it came out, but you see how this made less than all this. It should, and it didn't even make its money back. Look at that. It didn't even make its money back. That should say a lot. I don't know why this has a 73. This should be really with this, if anything, 40%. I don't know who everybody else who liked. I'm with the critics. This shit was ass, bro. And y'all audience really enjoyed this. That's
with a 200.
And I guess they enjoyed it because of. Oh, it was Kristen Wiig. I remember her name now. Kristen Wiig. I think they might have liked it because Kristen Wiig and Gal Gadot. Which, hey, I don't blame them. I see why. But everything and Pedro Pascal. But everything else was fucking ass to me, bro.
$1 million budget and a 58% critic score, but had a 73% audience score. It also had viewership numbers on HBO Max, but here is where it gets confusing. Warner Brothers don't officially release any numbers for their DC streaming shows or movies, so we don't have precise numbers. We only have third-party sources. So we shall return to Wonder Woman 1984's streaming numbers when we can refer to other DC streaming movies.
Part 5. Okay, this is the last part right here. At least we got more, but I'm gonna save part 6 and the rest for later.
Then came the Snyder Cut's release, which was meant to happen on March 18th of 2021. However, Warner Brothers which was meant to happen on March 18th of 2021.
Oh, March 18th. Wait.
However, Warner Brothers accidentally leaked it a week before.
Oh.
Somehow, when HBO Max users clicked on the Tom and Jerry movie, they were able to watch the Snyder Cut.
That's dope. That's hilarious and dope as fuck.
Thing that to many fans didn't feel like an accident. Now, Snyder has made it very clear that whilst he was working on the Snyder Cut,
it was cool to do Snyder
Cut, Warner Brothers made it very difficult for him. So some fans feel that the accidental leak wasn't so accidental.
It was cool to do the Snyder Cut of Justice League, and that was fun and everything, but Warner Brothers still tortured me the whole time for whatever reason. They can't help it. I don't know why I'm such a fucking pain in their ass, because I'm not trying to be, honestly. Hey, bro, Zach, hey, man, I feel bad for you, bro, that you had to endure all that, bro. You deserve better. You deserve the Marvel treatment, because Marvel at least treats their actors and all that and their directors better. Yeah, man, I'm sorry you had to go through this, because that sucks.
For him. So some fans feel that the accidental leak wasn't so accidental. True. We have to remember that Toby Emmerich, the same executive who wanted Snyder gone and changed Justice League when Snyder left, was still in charge when Snyder returned.
Hey, you know what's funny too? As much as they try to fucking destroy Zack's stuff with the DCEU, he still succeeded, and they're fucking up their own company by trying to get rid of him and destroy his stuff. That's hilarious.
to complete his cut of Justice League.
That's what I call divine.
fans-
That's what I call divine protection right there, sir.
Still in charge when Snyder returned to complete his cut of Justice League. So fans theorized that Emmerich making it difficult for Snyder was due to his fear that the Snyder Cut's release would show up his mistake in reshooting the Justice League movie.
these shots
But
were
when the
beautiful.
4-hour director's cut of Justice League officially released on HBO Max on March 18th, 2021, it caused HBO Max to crash all around on March 18th, 2020.
So it was March 18th, 2021. Oh wow, March 18th, 2021.
It caused HBO Max to crash all around.
Bro, everybody wanted to see this movie, bro. Everybody saw it and loved it, and y'all were trying to destroy this movie. Y'all were trying to get rid of this movie. Y'all were trying to say it didn't existed, but it made you the most. It gave you the most views and it gave you hella money. But y'all didn't. I want y'all to really like I said. These niggas don't want to make money. They're too busy. We gotta destroy Zack. We don't like Zack stuff. We're trying to get rid of it, but it's making them money. Oh no, we gotta get rid of it. We gotta leak it early. We gotta say it doesn't exist. All just to say, bro, all for it to make you hella money, and it crashed HBO Max for y'all. Y'all should be happy it crashed because it lets you know, oh, these people actually fuck with this, and they still didn't move forward with it, which is fucking hilarious. So, and I'm not gonna use this to say, all I'm gonna say is, I hope James Gunn has better treatment and has a better experience, and I hope his run of the DC, I hope his run for DC, I hope it helps, how you say, the fans who didn't like Zack Snyder stuff. I hope it gives them whatever they need, and I hope it gives people like me and fans who like Zack Snyder what we need to and what we like, in James Gunn's own way.
The world, as fans all tried to watch the movie at the same time. The movie managed to earn a 71% critic score and a 94%.
The budget was $70 million, but they don't want to put how much it made. And I remember that too. They didn't want to put how much people watched it.
Audience score, and a week after the movie was released,
critic score gave it 70. That's how I know this, bro. I don't listen to Rotten Tomatoes because they be hating. I know critic scores be hating, bro. You're telling me this movie got 94% for audience score, but you telling me the critic score gave it a 71 when everybody wanted to watch it and gave it hella good praise? Fuck out of here.
Released, hashtag Restore the Snyderverse trended on Twitter, hitting 1.5 million tweets, which was a record number of tweets for
which I was part of that. I was one of the 1.5 million that was helping.
For a movie. If you don't know, Restore the Snyderverse means asking Warner Brothers to allow Snyder to make the original story he had planned for Justice League 2 and 3. However, 4 days after the Snyder Cut was released, Ann Sarnoff attempted to squash those hopes and stated in an interview that regarding the Restore the Snyderverse hashtag, the Snyder Cut was the completion of his trilogy, which angered fans as the movie ends on a cliffhanger with Darkseid ready to invade Earth. Calling it a trilogy was her attempt at silencing those who wanted more. However, this only fueled Snyderverse fans more.
Hell yeah.
Whilst most continued to push the one hashtag Restore the Snyderverse, a vocal minority within the fandom began another hashtag too. Hashtag Boycott Warner Brothers. The issues Ray Fisher had with Warner Brothers executives, along with the fact that the DCEU was
I don't know when the next time we're gonna get a cyborg, bro. Like, look, I'm all here for support James Gunn, but like, I don't know when we're gonna get another Justice League movie. I don't know when we're gonna get to see these other characters that we got to see in here. Like, that's one of the things that I'm like kind of nervous about. Like, I feel like, and I'm not saying James Gunn is gonna do this or anything, but it's just like, I'm nervous that we won't get to see we're seeing Superman and Batman, but I'm nervous we're not gonna see another Wonder Woman movie or get not these exact actors, but the characters in another Justice League movie, or like, you know what I mean? Like, it just, bro, I don't know. It's just that like I said, I hope James Gunn run does good, and I just hope like we do get a Justice League a proper. And I'm not saying this isn't proper. Like don't take my words out of context saying this isn't a proper, but I hope we get whatever proper, the studio and other people who didn't like Zack's run. I hope we get a proper actually like Justice League thing that, that. And I know everybody's not gonna like it, but at least will help both sides like it,
Continuing to make movies they were not interested in, and Sarnoff declaring that Snyder's DC films were a trilogy didn't sit well with some Snyderverse fans, and used.
How is it a trilogy when you need to do the both parts of the Justice League movie? You can't say it's a trilogy.
That as motivation behind their other hashtag. And whilst most who were using the boycott hashtag were using it because they were truly concerned about the alleged treatment of employees on Warner Brothers sets, unfortunately some decided to use the hashtag as their way of saying, if you don't restore the Snyderverse, I will boycott your company. Now, before Zack Snyder's Justice League was released, the Release the Snyder Cut fans had not been pushing for a boycott, and their positive actions, such as raising money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, helped their cause. However, it appeared that the success of the Snyder Cut's release caused some fans to believe that they were entitled to see more, not simply asking to see what happens next, like what most Snyderverse fans were doing, but were demanding to see the Snyderverse restored, and until that happens, they would boycott Warner Brothers.
Yeah, okay, so that's where it starts to go crazy. Like, look, I'm all for restoring the Snyderverse and having that as a separate universe and all that, but bro, like, okay, I understand from a business standpoint that's like they're not gonna do that. So for me, all I really ask is just to complete it. Just complete it. That's it. Just complete it. Give me one more Henry Cavill Superman movie. Give me a Batman, Ben Affleck Batman movie, and finish the Justice League storyline, and then call it quits, or call it quits there. But I'm like I said, I'm on the side of restore the Snyderverse, but I also am I am understanding and knowing, like, bro, just complete it, bro. Just give me the two, Man of Steel 2, give me Ben Affleck Batman movie, and then finish the Justice League, and then call it quits. Like,
and in doing so, they may have shot themselves in the foot. Whilst boycotting can work, there were simply not enough customers following their footsteps.
Facts.
Many did not agree with their motivations, their execution of the boycott, or didn't even care enough to boycott in the first place. So their motivation may have been to restore the Snyderverse, but in doing so, tarnished the reputation of the movement.
Part 6, Suicide Squad. This is where we're gonna end it at.